Wow, hello Ma'am Arlene. Wait lang nga bita. Nagahan ko lang ng konti para make sure na maset ng maayos. Good evening po. Nakikita niyo ng maayos, teachers? Good evening, Hennessy. Ayoko talagang i-reveal yung full name mo dito na Hennessy. You are on time. Yan, masaya na naman yung discussion ngayon. Hopefully masaya din kayo kasi ako masaya ako lagi. Alright. Kumusta kayo today? Yan, I learned, no, nanonood kasi ako ng mga live ng mga and then tap daw. Tap tap daw. And then share, ganon. Yes. Para marami tayong mga likes and then also para maraming how do you call that? Ma-reach nung ating live. So hopefully hopefully, matapos natin to ng 1 hour at hindi na naman sumobra, Para hindi tayo magre-live kagaya ng dati na tamang-tama lang tayo. Hey, thank you for heart for the hearts. I don't even know kung ano yung effect ng my heart, pero nakikita ko umaakyat siya. Oh, yan, 470, ganun. I don't know kung ano yung niya. Yung help niya dito. Pero siguro para lumabas sa FYP, 'di ba? Wow, Miss L. Good evening din, Miss L. From Palawan. Oh, marami akong study buddies from Palawan. High raters din sila. Yan. Saang country po kayo ngayon? Nasa Pilipinas na po ako ngayon. Pero um, up until July, end of July, nasa China ako. I was teaching there. Montessori kindergarten. Yan. So, doon ako. Hello po, naka-record po ba ito? Yes, lahat naman po ng live, rine-record ko na lang din, 'di ba? Kasi sayang naman, 'di ba? So, i-record ko and then linalagay ko dun sa linalagay ko sa YouTube. 'Yun. Anong oras na ba? 10 o'clock na. Okay, 1 minute na ha? 1 minute. Magantay lang tayo ng konti. Panoorin niyo pa yung mga videos ko sa YouTube. Yan. Maraming mga recurring items na inuna ko doon. Ano pang mag-ask kayo kung ano yung gusto nyong i-ask habang hindi pa tayo live. YouTube ko is Gurography pa din siya. Okay, Gurography. Yes po, free po. Free naman po, even the Macboards, free naman po siya. Sa social science major lang ako, may fee, which is very minimal lang naman siya sa social science. Pero sa Prof Ed and Gen Ed, it's free. Free Macboard sa YouTube. Tapos, free Macboard sa YouTube. Free, free videos sa YouTube. Lahat yon ma-access nyo. Even some partial videos ng social science, linalagay ko din yan. Advice. Ano yung advice, mag-review lang talaga ng mag-review. Okay, kung kaya nyo ng hindi bumababa ng 4 hours a day, gawin nyo yun. Yun lang talaga. And then, um, magbasa ng marami. Huwag nyong isipin na, this one, di naman to common, hindi yan lalabas. Hindi. Mas marami pa rin lalabas na hindi natin na-review. Which is, parang masasagot mo if marami kang nabasa, tapos pagtagpi-tagpiin mo lang yung nabasa mo ganun. Yung mga stock knowledge din, yung mga ganun. Hanggang tumagos. Yes, Ma'am Kayal yan. Si Ma'am KL kasama ko yan, study buddy ko yan, hanggang tumagos talaga, hanggang tagos-tagusan talaga. Alright, so we can start na, dami na nating ano. Alright, so we can start Gen Ed today. Gen Ed, okay. Yes. Oh, oh, teka lang bakit? My life does not contain. Okay. Alright. Okay, wait lang. Nawala ba ako? Nakikita nyo ba ako? Nawala daw siya. Okay, can you still see me? So we can start? Kasi na-restrict daw siya. Ewan ko kung re-restrict talaga siya. Coach, paano kaya naka-apply mamaya ko na lang sagutin yon. Ayan, alright. Okay, let's start. Can you comment start? Ayan. Tapos paki heart naman yung ano ko. Gusto ko lang nakikita na may nag-heart pero even though I don't know what it means. Okay, can you please comment start so we can start na? It's alright. Oop. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Okay. Okay, so we go to number one. All right, so as I have said, general education tayo. What was the first lunar module that landed on the moon? Okay, A, Eagle, B, Columbia, C, Apollo 11, and D, Snoopy. All right, ano po? Gina Coach, ready na ang papa. Akala ko papa ang sinabi mo, NSC. All right, so anong sagot nyo? Please, pakilagay yung number. Okay? Hala, sabi na nga ba na restrict eh. Okay, wait, i-relive ko lang. I-relive natin. Alright. Relive natin ha. Ayun. Ano ba yan? Live has ended. Alright, nakikita nyo na ba? Ano ba yan? Ano naman ano ba ang sinabi ko doon? TikTok? Baka dun sa ano. Uh, alright. Okay, sorry. So medyo ano siya. Kasi ata nagbanggit ako ng ibang app. So, dapat di ata ako nagbabanggit ng ibang app. Okay, so let's start ha. Let's start. So, what was the first lunar module that landed on the moon? Okay, A, Eagle, B, Columbia, C, Apollo 11, and letter D, Snoopy. Okay, pakilagay niyo yung number ng ano, and then your answer. Okay, then your letter. The letter. Okay, heart ulit. Sayang. Sayang naman yun. Naiinitan ako ah. Alright, so what was the first lunar module that landed on the moon? A, Eagle, B, Columbia, C, Apollo 11, and D, Snoopy. Okay, ano pa yung sagot nyo dyan? Pakilagay nyo yung ano, number. Alright, pakilagay nyo yung number. Nakikita nyo ba ako? Parang hindi nyo na ata ako nakikita. Number one. What was the first lunar module? Ano pa yung sagot nyo? Ano pa yung sagot nyo? Teka lang, magalis ako ng init eh. Hindi, ang init, sorry ha. Magalis ako ng ano, ng feeling ko kasi ano eh. Ayan, okay. Alisin ko lang. Ang init talaga, hindi ko na kaya yung init. Okay. Alright? Yes. Okay, so Okay, so I understand bakit maraming nagkakamali dito, okay? So ito kasi yung nakita kong ito kasi yung nakita kong question talaga dito is, what was the first manned spacecraft? Sabi niya. Yun yung tanong. And then, yung options doon is A, Eagle, B, Columbia, C, Gumdrop, at saka D, Snoopy. Yun yung original na sagot. Okay? Ay, na tanong. But then, Eagle is not the spacecraft, okay? Eagle is not the spacecraft. Kasi dun sa tanong, ang sagot ay Eagle. But when I research, ang Eagle is not the spacecraft, okay? The Eagle is the first lunar module, okay? Kasi yung Apollo 11, yun yung manned spacecraft. And then may dalawa siyang ano, may dalawa siyang parts, okay? Yung Eagle at saka yung Columbia, okay? So let's reveal ha. Okay, let's reveal. Okay, so the answer there is Eagle, okay? Kasi yung Apollo 11, yun yung first manned spacecraft. And as I have said, dalawa yung components niya, yung Eagle at saka yung Columbia. Yung Eagle, yun yung nagland doon sa moon. Okay, and then yung Columbia, yun yung nag-o-orbit. Okay, yun yung nag-o-orbit. Kaya tong si Michael Collins, na tatlo sila 'di ba na crew, tong si Michael Collins naiwan siya sa command module, yung Columbia. And then yung bumaba at saka nag moonwalk is si Neil Armstrong at saka si Edwin Buzz Aldrin. Okay? Okay, malinaw ba 'yon? Malinaw ba yung pagka-explain ko? So pag ang tanong ay first manned spacecraft, Apollo 11. Okay? Pero yung first lunar module is Eagle. Okay? Pero kung lumabas talaga is yung tanong na kung saan ko pinagkopyahan to, na sabi niya, what was the first manned spacecraft? Tapos Eagle lang yung nakalagay doon, tapos Columbia walang Apollo 11, then you just have to choose Eagle 11. Okay? Alright. So, yun. So, ito nga, sabi niya, Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Okay, so, ito pala yung di ba pag nanonood tayo ng video ng mga war movies, nababanggit nila, the Eagle has landed, di ba? Kapag naglanda yung helicopter. So, yun pala yung pinanggalingan nung phrase na the Eagle has landed. Alright. Okay, paki-heart, paki-tap-tap-tap. Gusto ko makikita na marami yung heart. Alright, eto. Marami tayong trivia, okay? So, who was the first man to walk in the moon, okay? These are, possibilities talaga na lalabas pa rin naman, okay? So, who was the first man to walk in the moon? Sige nga. Sino? 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 Hindi tayo magpro-proceed hanggang hindi niya sinasagot yan. Okay, this is very all right, very good. Yes, of course, nabanggit na nga si Neil Armstrong. All right. And then mahilig ako manood ng movie and mga documentaries eh. So pag kayo din, masasagot niya to. Ito yung sinabi niya, that's one small step for a man, one giant leap for hindi naman fill in the blank naman tayo ngayon. Lang. Okay? Sige nga, ano yung sagot niya doon? Ano yung sinabi niya? That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for? Ano yon? Ang galing! Yay! Yes, okay, mankind. Ang galing nyo. Mahilig kayo manood ng no? Ng mga documentaries or movies, di ba? Ang ganda nung nyo na, di ba yung audio nun? Halatang galing sa sa space. Alright, next. Ito naman, bonus question. Which spacecraft holds the distinction of being the first human-made object to successfully reach the surface of the moon? A. Apollo 11, B. The Soviet Vokshad-1, C. The Soviet probe Luna 2, and then D. The US Explorer 1. All right. So, first human-made object, okay, na napunta sa surface of the moon. All right? Anong sagot niya? Anong sagot niyo? Sige, sagot. Coach, bakit tatlo sila pero si Armstrong yung considered as unang nakamoonwalk? Kasi si Neil Armstrong yung una talagang bumaba. Okay, and then bumaba din pala si Buzz Aldrin. All right? Si yung isa, hindi siya bumaba kasi kailangan siya yung nag-o-orbit doon. Kasi pagkatapos nila sa moon, kailangan nilang bumalik sa Earth, 'di ba? And then yung lunar module na yun, hindi siya pwedeng bumalik by itself. So kailangan niyang mag-connect doon sa command module na drive ng isa. Alright? Nung isa, bago sila bumalik sa Pilipinas. Alright? Okay? Yan. Alright. So, yes, ang sagot dyan ay, tingnan nga natin, ano yung, may mga, tingnan ko nga. Okay. Meron. Okay. Yes. So, the Soviet probe Luna 2. Okay. Yes. So, ah, yung una talagang pumunta sa moon ay yung Luna 2, okay? Pero wala siyang crew, wala siyang people, okay? Yun yung pagkakaiba niya dun sa Apollo 11. Yung Apollo 11 meron siyang crew. Okay. Ito namang Soviet Vokshod. Okay, ito yung Soviet Vokshod 1. Ito yung first naman na spacecraft na maraming crews. Maraming crew ang nakalagay. Okay, I remember it right, tatlo sila. Kasi dati 'di ba is wala munang tao and then nagkaroon ng animal, 'di ba? And then next time is may isa ng crew ay may isa ng astronaut and then dumadami na 'yon. Alright, kasabayan mo ako nag-review March 2025. Happy to see you. Oh, talaga? Kasabayan mo ako nag-review sa GP March. Oh, galing ay, Ma'am Aren. Alright, and then yung the US Explorer 1, ito yung first satellite naman ng US, okay? Kasi 'di ba sa the space race, ang nauna talaga na naglabas ng satellite is Soviet, 'di ba? So, nag-Sputnik 1 sila, nag-Sputnik 2 sila. And then, dahil gustong lumaban ng US, ang unang pinalabas nila is the US Explorer 1. Alright. Hi, Ma'am Oren. Alright. Ito naman. Ito lumalabas talaga to. What is the historical term for the intense 20th century competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to achieve significant milestones in space exploration, which was a key non-military front of the Cold War? Okay? Ano ang sagot nyo dito? Ano yung sagot nyo dito? Wow, ang dami na natin ngayon na 149. Alright, sagot nyo please. Paki-heart-heart naman yung ano ko. Na-obsess ako sa heart-heart. Alright. Gusto ko maraming heart-heart. Pakitap-tap niya. Okay? Alright, si Ingrown. Alright. Hello, Sir Bumbledore. Nakikita kita all the time. Okay, ang pogi nyo. Alright, yes, very good. May nakasagot. Yes, space race. Okay, very good. Yeah, so lumalabas talaga to ha. Space race is part of the Cold War, 'di ba? So hindi nga sila nagkakaroon ng physical war, 'di ba? Pero nagkakaroon naman sila ng mga competition and space race is one of them. Alright. Okay, minsan pumapasok din ako sa live mo, Sir Bumbledore, kaya lang ayoko mang-istorbo. Alright, okay, yan. So ito, hindi ko na babasahin lahat to, okay? Pero this is the timeline of the space race, okay? So, uh, ilalagay ko ito. And then, pag pinanood nyo na lang sa YouTube is, screenshot nyo na rin at saka basahin nyo kasi you will never know kung ano yung lalabas doon. Alright? So, yan, ganyan. Yan, tatlo yan, ha? Tuloy-tuloy yan. Kasi gusto ko palakihin. Dapat tuloy-tuloy yan, eh. Pero, it's too big for one PPT. Ayan, ganyan. So, andyan na yan. Alright. Okay, ito. Lumalabas din to ha, hindi yung gumawa-gawa lang ako ng mga question dito. First animal in space, alright? Hindi po. Gusto ko nga i-try yung yung everyday pero hindi talaga kayang mahirap mag-research. Alright? Gusto ko kasi yung pag nagre-research din naman ako, gusto ko yung talagang alam ko yung mga sagot okay, ng mga tanong, hindi yung tanong lang nung isang sagot ang malalaman ko talagang nag-i-in-depth research ako. Char. All right, first animal. Okay, very good. Wrong spelling wrong. Char. Yes, it's Laika, okay? And then doon siya sa Sputnik 2, okay? Pero it died, 'di ba? It died. So, alalahanin niyo yung first na satellite na pumunta talaga sa space is Sputnik 1, okay? Yan. Next, sino yung first human in space? All right. Ano yung Gyranod? Ano yung Gyranod? Right, first human in space. All right? First human in space. Very good. Okay, so yes, very good. It's Yuri Gagarin. At bakit na naman ako, kung hindi nyo na ako nakikita, ano nyo lang ha, nawalan na naman tayo ng viewers kasi nag-restrict na naman. Yes, okay, very good. So, si Yuri Gagarin nasa Sputnik 2 siya, okay? So, yung Sputnik 1, yung first na satellite na pinapunta ng USSR is walang tao. And then, Yuri Gagarin na yung sa... Alright, okay, next. Ay, mali ata yun. Hindi si Sputnik 1 yon, si Yuri Gagarin. Okay? Wait, i-ano ko na lang yan. Kasi si Laika yung hindi ko napalitan yon. Si Laika ang nasa Sputnik 2. Okay? Alright, first human to die during a space flight mission. Sige nga. Sino naman? First human to die during a space flight mission. Ay nako, ano bang problema mo? Nakita nyo pa ba ako? Biglang 32 na lang kayo from 100 plus kasi na-restrict na naman ako for 10 minutes. All right? Okay, very good. Okay, go. Sige pa. Ay, ba't ang galing? Ba't may magaling dito? Ba't may magaling dito? Alright, pwede pa kayong mag-avail. Free naman pa ako. Okay? Punta lang kayo sa YouTube ko at saka sa Facebook. Okay, it's free. Okay, pero pag sa social science, yun po yung may bayad. Alright. Okay, yes. Very good. It's Vladimir Kovarov. Okay, dun sa Soyuz 1. Okay, very good. Yes. Kita ko lang. Yes, si Vladimir Kovarov. Okay, so napanood ko yung nito yung documentary nito na umiiyak daw talaga siya. Ayaw niyang pumunta kasi alam niya na yung Soyuz 1 is defective. Pero syempre pinilit siya and nakita ko yung kung ano na lang yung natira dun sa body niya pagbalik dito sa Earth. Okay? He was burnt. Okay? Beyond recognition. Parang half na lang ata yung body niya ang naiwan. Alright. Pero si Vladimir Komarov, dati nang pumunta sa space dun sa Vokshod 1. Nasa Vokshod 1 siya eh. Yan. Alright. Next. Ano yung tawag dun sa Russian astronaut? Kaysa na nagre-review ako, sinabi nung nanay ko to, sabi niya, ano yung tawag dun sa Russian astronaut? Sabi ko, meron pa palang tawag dun. Alright. Hindi po may majoring to. Paano po ma-search yung page nyo po sa Gurography lang po, Gurography. Alright. Ano yung tawag nyo doon sa Russian astronaut? So, hindi pala astronaut ang tawag siya sa Russian astronaut. Okay? It starts with C. Okay? Alright. Gurography po, Gurography. Dapat pala lagay ko ng malaking Gurography yung no? Alright. Meron ba? May makakahula? Starts with C? Alright? Ano ba ang space? Ano ba yung space? If you talk about space, ano yung unang word na hindi naman astrology, hindi. Ano? Gen Ed po to. Ma'am Peng, kay pag Gen Ed, yun yung mga parang lang, mga facts, mga general knowledge, yung mga ganon. Sa Prof Ed naman, yung mga concepts ng education. Alright. Okay, very good. Yes, Cosmo, ang galing-galing. Yes, it's cosmonaut. Yes, okay, good job. Okay, so alalahanin nyo, pag Russian astronaut, they are called cosmonaut. Eto, sino yung first woman in space? Okay, number 2 pa lang tayo ha. Number 2 pa lang tayo pero ang dami na nating Okay, meron kayong idea kung sino? Mag-message na kayo dyan ng wala kung wala. May idea ba kayo? First woman in space. Russian siya. Alright? Alright? Ano ba yan? Bakit ba lagi akong lagi akong nire-restrict? Valentina! Ang cute! Wala daw. Oh, yes, very good. Yes. Valentina Tereshkova. Okay, very good. Memorize nyo na lang si Valentina, 'di ba? Valentina. Okay, siya yung maraming 'di ba yung maraming sawa. Yan, yan. All right. So Valentina Tereshkova. Very good. May nakakuha naman, all right? Okay. And ito yung Apollo Soyuz test project, 'di ba? ano, 'di ba nagkaroon nga ng space race. And then biglang may nagland si Neil Armstrong sa moon. And then parang napagod yung USSR. Parang they thought they realized daw na parang, oh, why are we doing this? Okay, char. Ganyan. So parang we are spending so much money and energy, okay, para dito sa space race. Okay, ganyan. So, sabi nila, let's put our effort and energy and resources sa ibang bagay na lang, ganon. So, ito yung Apollo Soyuz test project. Hindi siya to collaboration, okay? But they met dun sa sa space, okay? So, they opened their dock. Okay, na televised daw to eh. And then lumabas si Stafford, yun yung captain nung Apollo. And then lumabas si Alexei Leonov, captain naman siya ng Soyuz, and then they shook hands. Yan, all right? And to show detente. All right? Kaya 'Di ba? O, 'di ba? O, 'di ba? Paglutang na sa space, ganyan. Okay, so Apollo Soyuz test project. Okay? Tsagain yung mga ganitong information kasi sa totoo lang marami akong nasagot sa Gen Ed kasi mahilig ako sa mga ganito na yun. So Gen Ed yung pinakamataas ko talaga. All right. So screenshot nyo na lang ito kapag ito. What is the name of the National Space Agency of the Philippines? Okay, A, Pag-asa, B, PhilSA, C, DOST, at saka D, Pag-ibig. All right? Masarap danes ng pasta yung al dente, al dente. Alright, yes, Gen Ed. Uy, guys, hindi nyo ba alam ang difference nung Gen Ed at saka Prof Ed? I mean, ako din naman nung una, ha? Hindi ko din alam. Okay. Alright. Yes. So, ang sagot niyan ay PhilSA. Alright. So, tingnan nyo. Ako hindi ko alam to dati na PhilSA, di ba? Kaya gusto kong i-share sa inyo. So, ang space agency pala talaga natin ay PhilSA. Kasi, before tong Philippine Space Act, na time pa to ni President Duterte, okay, walang centralized agency na mandated, okay, para gumalaw for our mga space whatever space whatever natin, 'di ba? So ito ginawa nila tong PhilSA, okay? Para siya na yung maging centralized at tsaka mandated, okay? Para sumaklaw, okay? Sa kung ano man yung mga hangarin natin, okay? For the space, all right? So, kasi dati DOST daw, pero alam naman natin ang DOST ang lawak ng saklaw niya, 'di ba? Yan. Okay. Avail na kayo kay Coach Free, magaling to. Ay, Ma'am Oren naman. Okay. Yung letter D. Alright, ilang items. So, Ah, yung may number 20. Okay? Pero siguro ang mga questions nasa 40. Alright? Okay. So, pag-asa, alam na-discuss ko to last time, ang pag-asa, mandated siya of course, sa pag-ano ng weather. Ayan, ganyan. Sa pag-ibig, ay, ewan ko na lang sa pag-ibig. Alright? Yung DOST, yan naman yung pwede kang kumuha how do you call that? Um, Scholarship. All right. Okay, next. Number 3. Okay. What was the name of, lumalabas to ha, hindi ko to gawa-gawa. What was the name of the first microsatellite launch under the PHL Microsat program? A collaboration between the Philippines Tohoku University and Hokkaido University. Okay, A, Maya 1, B, Diwata 1, C, Anito, and D, Diwata 2. Okay? O, di ba? O, yung mga batak sa review, alam nila yung sinasagot nila. Alright? Okay. Yes. So, ang sagot niyan ay Diwata 1. Yes, gas-gas na to, di ba? So, basta microsatellite, Diwata 1. Okay? Pero, ano nyo din ha, kasi minsan may pagkatuso din tong ano natin, tong let exam natin, okay? Kasi basta alalahanin niyo pag Diwata 1, microsat program, okay? Yung Diwata 2 kasi also first satellite din siya pero under Stamina 4S. Okay? Kasi maalala ko na ganyan ako sa sa actual, okay? nabudol ako dun sa between NDRRMC tsaka Feebox. Okay, kasi ang bilis ko kasing sumagot. Yan. Okay, so always remember. Okay. Ito naman, number four. What was the name of the satellite? Okay, so kanina microsatellite. Okay, what was the name of the satellite originally launched as Palapa B2P that was acquired by the Philippines in 1996 to become the country's first owned satellite? Okay, ito yung first owned satellite natin. A. Diwata 1, B. Maya 1, C. Agila 1, and D. Sikat 1. Alright? Anong sagot nyo dito? Ano yung sagot nyo dito? Number four. Okay, puro space race tayo. Alright? Ano ba yan? Naka-restrict pa rin ako. Mayaan mo siya. Naka-restrict ng visibility natin. Alright? Okay, very good. Yes. Agila 1. Okay. So, para hindi tayo ma-confuse, okay, gumawa na ako ng, okay, mamaya, ito. Ito muna nan. Ito naman, lumalabas din to ha. Microsatellite kanina is Maya, 'di ba? Yung satellite Diwata. Ito naman, which Filipino nanosatellite naman to. Lumalabas talaga to. Nanosatellite launched in 2018 on a Falcon 9 rocket was designed to test commercial technology and relay messages during typhoon re-entering Earth's atmosphere after over 2 years in orbit. A. Diwata 1, B. Agila 1, C. Maya 1, D. Diwata 2. Okay, pakilagay naman yung number nung sinasagot nyo. Sa bonus, lagay nyo bonus. Alright? Okay. All right. So let's reveal. Yes. Maya. Okay. Very good. Ang gagaling nyo ah. Okay. And that is why gumawa na rin ako ng ganyan. Okay? Para hindi tayo magkaroon ba tayo ng organization of thoughts. All right? Okay. So ang una talaga is Agila. Okay? Agila, Diwata, tapos Maya. ADM. Okay? ADM. Agila, Diwata, at saka Maya. So, yung Agila series, meron tayong Agila 1 at saka Agila 2. Okay, these are satellites. Okay, these are satellites. Hindi ko nababasahin yan na. Linagay ko lang yan para pag pinanood nyo ulit yung video ko, you can read it or screenshot it. Okay? So, Agila 1, ito yung first satellite natin. Okay, we rented it from Indonesia daw. And then later on, nabili din natin. Alright? And then, meron din tayo yung Agila 2. Okay? Ang purpose ng Agila 1 at saka Agila 2 is for commercial purposes lang. Alright? And then, sabi ko nga, ADM. So, after Agila, we have Diwata. Okay? Ito na yung Diwata. Ito na yung start na tayo ng Earth observation. Alright? Hindi po dito lang po ako nagle-live. Ipo-post ko pa mamaya sa YouTube. All right? Okay. So microsat, okay? Kaya nga tinanong ko ang question kanina is yung microsat, okay? So microsatellite ang Diwata 1 at saka Diwata 2. Okay. And then we have the Maya, okay? The Maya series naman to yung until present. Meron daw magkakaroon na daw din tayo ng Maya 5 and 6. Okay? Pero so far, Maya 1, Maya 2, at saka Maya 3 and 4. Alright? From Diwata series at saka Maya 1, Maya 2, in collaboration with Japan. But this one, Maya 3 and Maya 4 is dito na sa Pilipinas. UP students daw yung gumagawa nito. Alright. Okay. So, maglagay tayo ng mnemonics. Okay? So, asdim man. Okay? So, Agila series ay satellite sila. Diwata series, microsatellite sila. At saka yung Maya series is nano satellites sila. Alright? Same lang po ba? Hindi po. Maya 3 and Maya 4, hindi po. Ano po sila? They are known to be twin satellites. Twin nanosatellites. Alright. Okay. So, okay, as the man. Alright, as the man. Alright, next. Ito naman, which of the following is a primary greenhouse gas? Okay, A, oxygen, B, nitrogen, C, carbon dioxide, and D, ozone. Alright, so number 5 na tayo, pero parang 30 minutes na ata yung nakaraan. Alright, which of the following is a primary greenhouse gas? Please put the number. Ay, nako. Ba't ako, ano ba yung sinabi ko kanina para na-restrict ako? Alright? Pakilagay yung number, please. Okay, number five na po tayo. Number five. Which of the following is a primary greenhouse gas? All right, 55555. Okay, very good. Yes, so kuwang-kuha niyo naman talaga siya. All right, very good. So it's carbon dioxide. Okay, very good. Later, I will reveal kung ano yung mga primary greenhouse gas. Ito muna. It is the most, lumalabas din to, it is the most abundant greenhouse gas in Earth's atmosphere. Okay? Okay? To. Sa trivia natin, ano yung most abundant greenhouse gas in Earth's atmosphere? Okay? Lumalabas po to. Lumalabas po to. Lumalabas po to. Mhm. Greenhouse gas ha? Greenhouse gas yung tinatanong ko ha? Most abundant greenhouse gas. Most abundant gas ata yung nabasa nyo. Kaya sinasabi nyong nitrogen. Okay? So, most abundant, Kyoto Pro. Alright, okay, it's water vapor. Okay, so ito na din yung natural na greenhouse gas. Okay, so hindi pala lahat ng greenhouse gas is bad. Okay, so ito yung most abundant and ito yung natural na greenhouse gas, it's water vapor. Yes, water vapor. Okay. Okay, so let's reveal na ano ba yung mga greenhouse gases. Ito yung five greenhouse gases. Okay, so yes. Yes, Sir Bumbledore. All right. So we can meet nice humans. Okay. So memorize nyo na lang to. Greenhouse gases. There are five primary greenhouse gases. We can meet nice humans. So water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide or nitrous oxide, at saka ito yung mga halogen-bearing gases. Okay. Ito yung ito na yung mga galing sa industrial activities. 'Di ba yung ito yung mga CFC, mga fluorocarbons na. Alright. Next. Bonus question na naman to. O, lumalabas din to ha. Marami nagkakamali. Kahit sa Macboard, pinalabas ko, marami pa rin nagkamali. In which situation does the greenhouse effect occur? Okay, when a car is parked under the sun with its windows rolled up, trapping heat inside. B, when heat escapes freely into the atmosphere during the night. C, when sunlight is completely blocked by thick clouds. Letter D, when cool air from the ocean lowers the temperature of coastal areas. Okay. Naku, hindi na ba ako, totally na bang hindi ako visible? Wala na atang ano. Okay. Oh, yes. Bonus nga, sabi ng mga sumagat, no? Bonus nga siya. Alright, okay, yes. So when a car is parked under the sun with its windows rolled up, trapping heat inside. Okay? So may mga sumasagot kasi dito sa ito yung letter C. When sunlight is completely blocked by thick clouds. Okay? Ito, nagkakagulo din yung mga ibang sumasagot dito. Okay. So, ito kasi siya. Ganyan. Okay? So, yun nga, yung pumapasok, di ba, yung energy ng sun, di ba, umiinit siya. And then, hindi siya nagre-reflect kasi nga, nakoveran siya nakoveran siya nung um, mga greenhouse gases. So, hindi siya lumalabas. And it causes global warming. Alright? Paano po ma'am maka-join sa Macboard nyo? Pupunta lang po kayo sa Gurography. And then, pinopost ko po doon from Monday to Friday. Nagpo-post din po ako. Sagutin nyo rin po yung mga questions of the day. Okay? Kasi we'll never know. 'Di ba? Okay. Yung pala, okay, so explain ko lang. When heat escapes freely into the atmosphere during the night, kabaliktaran naman ng greenhouse effect niyan, di ba? Let us see, when sunlight is completely blocked by thick clouds, okay, yan naman yung halimbawa pag pumutok yung bulkan, di ba? So may mga debris na nag-cover dun sa atmosphere. So hindi na pumapasok yung ano, alright, hindi na pumapasok ang uh, sunlight. Alright? At saka when cool air from the ocean lowers the temperature of coastal areas, sea breeze naman to, okay? Which goes to the next question, okay? So, nung lumabas to, parang, meron pa palang ganito nung na-encounter ko. At night, the land cools faster than the sea. Cool air from the land moves toward the warmer sea, okay? What do we call this movement of air? A, sea breeze. B, land breeze. C, sea and land breeze. D, breeze. Alright? Ano daw? Alright. So, ano yung ano? Teka lang, hindi ko nabasa yung kanina dun sa... Okay, tingnan ko mamaya ha. Alright. So, yes. So, ang galing niya, land breeze. Okay, dati hindi ko alam to. Alright, dati hindi ko alam to. Kaya nung na-encounter ko na nagre-review ako, meron pa pala nito. Okay. Pero madali namang ano, maintindihan tong sea breeze at saka land breeze. Alright? Kasi, pag sea breeze is sea to land. Okay? So, nangyayari to sa daytime. Okay? So, sea to land. So, tignan nyo lang. Air flows from sea to land, sea breeze. Okay? Hindi na kayo mako-confuse. Pag land breeze naman is land to sea. Okay? Pero yung sa sea breeze kasi daytime. Alright? So, explain natin bakit nangyayari yung sea breeze. Okay, 'di ba? Pag sa daytime, tag doon, mas mabilis na uminit yung land. Okay? And we know na pag yung air is mas mainit, umaakyat siya. Okay? So yung dahil mas mainit yung air doon sa land at umaakyat siya, yung cool air from the sea, okay, will go to the land, all right? Para magkaroon ng cool breeze naman. Okay? And then kabaliktaran, wait lang ha, wait lang po. Okay, and then kabaliktaran naman yung land breeze kasi kung mabilis namang uminit pag daytime, ang wind pa sa land, pag gabi naman mabilis din na mag-cool, okay? And that is why yung warm air naman is aakyat siya, okay? So magmo-move naman yung kasi lagi 'di ba umaakyat yung warm air. So yung cool air from the land magmo-move to the sea. Okay, so tignan natin. Ano yun? Ano, hindi ko nakita yung ano. Hanggang what time pa kayo? Basta matapos po natin to. Okay? Alright. Basta matapos po natin to. Okay. Actually, nasa 20 items lang to. Pero di ba marami nga akong mga bonus questions. So, siguro mga hanggang pag sa question, mga 30 to 40 tayo. Alright. Okay, number 7. According to principles of speech delivery, which of the following is not an important factor? A, knowledge of the topic. B, fondness for the audience. C, bragging about one's achievements. And D, clarity of voice. Okay. Hopefully, matapos ko to within 1 hour lang. Okay, para hindi na natin kailangan mag-relive. Alright? Okay, put number please. Number 7, put the number. Right? Hindi po siya science ha, hindi po siya science. Okay, pero kasi gusto ko yung mga tanungan dito kasi mga hindi siya unique kasi siya kaya linagay ko. All right, it's Gen Ed. All right, of course, ang sagot ay bragging about one's achievement. Okay? So, dun sa speech dapat talaga may knowledge ka dun sa topic, 'di ba? Kasi kung wala kang kung hindi mo alam yung pinagsasabi mo, okay, sino pa ang maniniwala sa'yo? Wala kang credibility. All right? Yung fondness for the audience, of course, dapat may rapport ka. Okay, maramdaman nila yung gusto mong ipahiwatig. And then, of course, clarity of voice. Okay, na-try nyo ba yung hindi lang yung clarity of voice, yung pag may ano pinapakinggan ka tapos napaka-monotonous yung voice na yung parang robot, 'di ba? Parang nakakawala din pala nung gana, 'di ba? Gusto natin yung hindi lang may clarity of voice, pero meron din palang effect yung pag may quality yung voice. Parang ganun. Oh, char. All right. I-upload nyo pa ba tong discussion sa YouTube? Opo, over time, every time. Of course, and dahil bragging about one's achievement, wala yan. Hindi mawawalan kaya ng credibility, di ba? At pag puro kayabang. Alright? Number 8, which major religion is based on the concepts of karma, samsara, and moksha? Okay, lagi to. Lagi ko na-encounter dati. A, Taoism, B, Islam, C, Christianity, at saka D, Hinduism. Alright? Number 8, which major religion is based on the concepts of karma, samsara, and moksha? A, Taoism, B, Islam, C, Christianity, at saka D, Hinduism. Alright, okay, very good. Perfect. Alright, so of course, ang sagot natin ay Hinduism. Okay, pero alamin natin yung tatlong concept na to kasi lumalabas din to. So at least yung karma alam na natin, 'di ba? Yung law of cause and effect. Okay, kung maganda ipapakita mo ngayon, okay, magiging maganda yung effect. Okay? Yung samsara naman, ito yung cycle of birth, death, at saka rebirth. Okay, so sinasabi na pag hindi maganda yung karma mo, magkakaroon ka lang ng samsara, paulit-ulit ka na nabubuhay, ganyan-ganyan. Okay, hanggang ma-reach mo yung moksha. Okay, that is your freedom na. Okay, na naging maganda na yung ano, yung karma mo, and that is why you get the freedom, which is called moksha. All right? Yes, yes, yes po. Yes po. Yes po, sa YouTube. Meron po Gurography. Yes, okay? So isa-isahin po natin. Yes, Day of Judgment. Actually marami dito pero linagay ko lang yung mga ano ba, yung mga common. Alright? So of course, ang alam natin yung Taoism lumalabas din siya, 'di ba, kay Lao Tzu. Alright? So Tao Te Ching. Alright? Ayan, yung the Tao, yung way of life, at saka yin and yang niya. Alright? Yan, Tao Te Ching. Yan yung book niya. Okay? Kasi ang Taoism, sinasabi nga nila, it's not a religion daw, it's a way of life. Alright? Parang yung Shintoism na sinasabi nila. Okay, ang Islam naman, okay, it's from, ang tinatag to ni Prophet Muhammad, di ba? And they believe in monotheism. Okay? And they also believe in Day of Judgment pala. Ngayon ko lang din nalaman. Okay? They believe in Day of Judgment. So, they don't believe in reincarnation. Alright? And ang pagkakaiba din nila sa glaring difference din nila sa Christianity is yung oneness of Allah. Okay? Sa atin kasi is Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity, 'di ba? Yung uh, God, tapos si Jesus, and then the Holy Spirit. Okay? Holy Trinity sila. Sa Islam naman is iisa lang si Allah nila. Okay? Wala siyang kapatid, wala siyang ibang version. All right? And of course, Christianity is we believe in salvation. All right? Opo, YouTube channel. Yes po. Yes po. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yes po. As of now, every Wednesday ako nagla-live, okay? Pero nag-iimbak ako ng mga ganito ba kasi kabago-bago ko pa lang pong pumasa kasi noong June 2025. So nag-iimbak pa lang ako ng mga PPT. So kasi gusto ko din naman talagang mag-live every day. Hindi ko nga lang talaga kaya kasi it takes time to research. All right. So as of now, every Wednesday lang tayo at 10 p.m. And then sa mga enrolled sa social science major ko is every Saturday naman kami. All right. 10 p.m. po, every 10 p.m. I-follow nyo na lang po ako. Alright, number 9. How was the ancient Filipino ritual blood compact performed? Okay, tingnan nga natin, may magkakamali pa dito. A, by making a small cut on the arms of two parties, mixing their blood with wine, and drinking it as a symbol of friendship. B, by letting blood drop on the ground as an offering to the spirits to seal their agreement. C, by mixing blood with water and pouring it into the sea to show peace and unity. B, by making a small cut on the arms of two parties, mixing it and writing their names in blood on a piece of cloth to signify their alliance. Sabi ko na nga ba may magkakamali dito eh. Sana po magkaroon ng free review din sa Soksai. Sineshare ko naman po yung yung first 10 questions doon sa Soksai. Sineshare ko pa dito every Saturday. Okay? But of course, I also have to earn. Okay? Cause anong kakainin ko, di ba? May pinag-aaral pa ako. So, kailangan ko din ng pagkakakitaan. Cause I left abroad na. Alright. So, okay na yon. Yung free yung Janet at saka Prof. Ed. Okay na yon. Alright. Okay. Ala, may mga nagkamali talaga. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. O, wala ba sa B? Wala bang B? Alright. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Okay. Kasi sanay kasi tayo na sanay, yes, nasa Pinas na po ako. Yes. Alright. Sanay kasi tayo na alam agad natin yung sandugo. Alam mo yun, na-memorize na natin to. Sabi ko, baliktarin ko nga yung tanong. Tingnan ko kung alam nila kung ano talaga yung sandugo ng asar eh. Alright, yes, very good sa mga sumagot ng letter A. Okay, so ito siya. So they mix it with one and then they drink it. Okay, imagine that. They drink it. Alright. Okay. Actually, purpose ko talaga nilagay yung letter D kasi alam ko may pipili dito. Pero I didn't expect na may pipili pa dun sa letter B. Alright? Okay. Ito naman, ano yung tawag dun sa blood compact between Legazpi and Sikatuna in Bohol? Okay? I-memorize nyo to kasi, laging lumalabas. Isipin nyo na lang, Legazpi Tuna. Okay? Legazpi Tuna, Bohol. Legazpi Tuna, Bohol. Okay? Legazpi Tuna, Bohol. Okay. Ano yung tawag doon? Legazpi Tuna, Bohol. Ano yung tawag dun sa blood compact nila? Okay? Alam nyo to, gas-gas to. Starts with S. Okay, very good. Sandugo. Okay. Uy, may heart na akong 12.3. Ay, 12.1. Thank you, ha. Alright, so sandugo. Very good. Eto naman. Okay. Actually, ito ang tagal kong research no, nung nagre-review ako. Kasi iba-iba yung, ang daming, nako, ang gulo. Alright? Okay, anyway. Eto, pag nakita niyo yung blood compact between Magellan and Raha Colombo of Limasawa. Okay? So, pag nakita niyo yung ang question is, sino yung blinad compact ni Magellan sa Limasawa? It's Colombo. Okay? Pero yung blinad compact ni Magellan sa Cebu, it's Humabon. Okay? Yun na lang yung difference niya. Okay? Kasi ang gulo kasi ng resources, ang ang iba is nilalabas nila na si Colombo lang daw ang na blood compact niya. Yung iba naman is si Humabon daw. Marami din naman ako nakita na hindi naman daw nag-blood compact si Magellan at Colombo, nag-peace treaty lang daw sila. So, ang i-memorize nyo na lang, pag ang tinanong is sino yung blinad compact ni Magellan sa Limasawa Leyte, it's Colombo. Okay? And then, sino yung blinad compact niya sa sa Cebu, it's Raha Humabon. Okay? Alright. So, ano to? Ano yung tawag doon? So, sandugo doon kay Kay Legazpi Tuna. Legazpi Tuna. Ito naman, na-encounter nyo ba to? Na-encounter ko to nung nagre-review ako. Okay, it starts with K or C. Okay? Meron ba kayong idea? Okay, let's reveal kasi baka 1 hour tayo hindi natin matapos. Blood compact. Alright, nice try. Oh, ang galing! It's Kasi, Kasi. Yes. Very good. It's Kasi, Kasi. Yung ibang resources, it's kasing, kasing. Alright, so whatever it is, basta Kasi, Kasi yun. Kasi, kasing, Kasi. Yun na yun. Alright, it's kasing, Kasi. Alright, good job. Okay. Alright, so ito yung etong si Humabon, sila yung first na converts, okay? Yung asawa niya si Raha Humabon at saka yung asawa niya, sila yung first na converts ng Christianity, okay? Lumalabas din to. Okay, and then napangalanan siya na Don Carlos Valderrama. Okay, dahil binaptize siya ni Valderrama, 'di ba? Yung priest doon. Alright? Kasing-kasing. Di ba may kanta yon? Ano yun yung kasing-kasing. Ang ganon. Na 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 na. Yan. Alright? Okay. Next. Alright. Who was the young Filipino general known as the hero of Tirad Pass and referred to as the boy general? Okay. A. Marcelo H. Del Pilar. B. Gregorio Del Pilar. C. Emilio Aguinaldo. And D. Mariano Trias. Okay. Of course, this is very easy. Okay. Yes, okay. Ay, bakit may sumagot? Sino yung... sum- hindi nagbabasa si Sir Hennessy. Sabi ko na nga ba. Yan kasi, wag pabilisan ng sagot to. Alright? Boy General, linagay ko talaga si Marcelo H. Del Pilar para pang pagulo. Okay? Yes, it's Gregorio A. Del Pilar. Okay, yan. So, nung nagre-review kami, bigla naming naisip, magkaano-ano pala si Gregorio Del Pilar at si Marcelo H. Del Pilar. Hindi pala talaga sila magkaano-ano. Alright? Hindi sila magkaano-ano. Alright. Okay, especially for the social science major. Okay, lumabas din to yung yung Battle of Tirad Pass, okay, it's called the Philippine Thermopylae. Okay, makinig po kayo ha. It is known as the Philippine Thermopylae kasi yung Battle of Thermopylae, kung napanood nyo yung yung Sparta, 'di ba? Yung mga I am Sparta. Alright? So yung Battle of Thermopylae, yun yung battle between Greek Greeks and Persians, okay? And alam naman natin noon ang Greeks ay composed of ano, mga Athenians, okay, yung mga Spartans, yung mga yon. And then doon kasi dito kasi sa ano sa Tirad Pass, 'di ba kokonti lang sila. Okay, kokonti lang sila na Filipino soldiers, okay? Sa US is nasa 500 sila. Okay? Ganun din doon sa Battle of Thermopylae. Okay, sa Battle of Thermopylae, kokonti lang talaga yung mga Greeks. So, ang daming Persians. If maalala ko, is umabot sila ng 5,000 ata. Ganon. Yan. So nakapwesto yung mga Spartans dun sa parang mataas na banda, which is parang din sa Tirad Pass battle. Okay, nakapwesto yung mga Pilipino doon sa Tirad Pass, 'di ba? Sina Gregorio del Pilar. Okay, so may pag-asa sana naman sila na maybe not to win, okay, pero at least man lang they will not be murdered. Okay, but sa Battle of Tirad Pass, itong si Januario Galut, okay, nag-ano siya, ah what do you call that? Siya yung nag-traitor, okay? So, tinuro niya yung daanan. Ganon din yung Battle of Thermopylae, okay? So, meron ding nagturo kung saan yung daanan. That is why na-wipe out yung mga 300 Spartans, okay? If maalala ko is si Ephialtes. Okay, si Ephialtes, siya yung traitor sa Thermopylae. Okay? So, ulitin ko, Januario Galut, siya yung traitor sa Tirad Pass, and then sa Battle of Thermopylae is si Ephialtes. Alright? Kahit major na po yan po kasi kahinaan ko po sa Gen Ed. May reviewer po kayo ng Soksay kahit major. Meron po akong ah, mm, mag-ano na lang kayo? Mag-enroll na lang kayo sa Soksay ko. It's just 249 naman. Yan. Sir Hennessy, ikaw na nga ang ano. Ikaw na mga magsabi sa kanila na maganda namang mag-enroll sa ano. 249 lang siya. Okay, marami pa akong pa-bonus question din. Okay? All right. Okay. So, na-explain ko ba ng maayos 'yon? Kasi minsan pag nag-explain ako parang ang gusto kong maraming sasabihin tas hindi ko alam kung may organization yung thoughts ko. All right. Okay, kung gusto niyo pa mag-enroll, mag-PM lang po kayo, alright? Okay, for social science major. Pag Prophet and Gen Ed, libre na po yan. Okay, hindi niyo na kailangan mag-enroll. Mag-ano na lang kayo. Mag-follow na lang kayo. Alright, ito, bonus question. Who was the American general who led US forces responsible for the death of General Gregorio del Pilar during the Philippine-American War? Okay, lumalabas din to. Gen Ed. A. General Douglas MacArthur. B. Peyton March. C. General Frederick Funston, and D. General Arthur MacArthur. Okay? Tapos na pa ako last, papalit-palit po ako. Okay, so this week is Gen Ed and then next week with be Prof Ed. Ganun din po yung Macboard. Macboard natin. Ang Macboard natin ngayon, daily Macboard natin is Gen Ed. Okay, so Gen Ed din yung live ko. And then next week with Prof Ed. Okay. Alright? So, yes. Okay, very good. Ang galing nyo. It's Peyton March. Okay? Siya yun. Okay? So, ano pa nga nalungkot pa nga daw siya nung namatay si Gregorio del Pilar. Tong si General Frederick Funston. Okay, lumalabas din to. Sino siya? Sino yung na-capture niya? Si General Frederick Funston, yung letter C. Okay? Humula kayo? Ay, hindi naman humula. I mean, go kayo? Sino? Sino? Okay? Very very famous to, okay? Ito yung tinulungan ni General Gregorio del Pilar, okay? Para maka-escape. Sino? Yes, very good. Ang galing. Yes, it's Aguinaldo. Hindi siya Ems. Kaya tamang-tama ka. Ang galing-galing mo. Alright? Okay. Paki-tap-tap. Paki-tap-tap naman. Paki-heart naman. Nasa 14.6 na yung heart natin. Alright, number 11. What is the branch of linguistic concerned with the correct way of writing words? Okay. A. Orthography. B. Morphology. C. Phonology. And D. Semantics. Okay. Okay, anong sagot niyo dito? Number 11. Pakilagay yung number. Alright. Okay. Bakit may nagkakamali pa? Okay, buti na lang linabas ko to, no? Alright. Okay, yes. It's orthography po. Okay? correct way of writing. Like spelling. Okay? Correct way of writing po is orthography natin. Okay? So, it includes spelling. Okay, linagay ko na lang din dyan yung ano niya para pag panoorin nyo ulit, ano, pwede yung screenshot or basahin. So, spelling, punctuation, alam naman natin yun yung punctuation, word boundaries, capitalization, hyphenation, and emphasis. Alright? And emphasis. Okay? So, for example, yung pag-italics, yung pag-bold, okay, yun yung sakop ng orthography. Yung morphology naman, ito yung paggamit ng morphemes. Okay? So, wag po kayong ma-confuse, okay? So, paggamit ng words or morphemes. Alright? Yun ang morphology. Okay? Of course, yung phonology, yung sound, and then yung semantics, yung meaning of words. Sa meaning. Okay, ito yung iniisip, yung ano ko dati, mnemonics ko, sa meaning. Alright? Semantics ay, yes, pagbaybay po. Yes. Tama naman po, pagbaybay orthographia is orthography. Okay, tama po yan, Sir Lance. Okay, pagbaybay. Pagbaybay. Morphology, morphema. Alright? Pagbaybay. Okay, number 12. In the context of plant respiration, during which time is carbon dioxide release most significant? A, morning, B, noon, C, afternoon, tsaka D, evening. Okay. So, ulitin natin. Intindihin natin yung tanong. In the context of plant respiration. So, plant respiration, during which time is carbon dioxide release most significant. Okay? Alright? So, ilagay nyo. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yes. Okay. May bumaliktad. Alright? Yes, it's evening. Kasi ang tinatanong po ay respiration. 'Di ba pag morning, noon, tsaka after na noon, that is daytime, 'di ba? Ano po yung nangyayari doon pag may daytime, pag may sun? Ano po yung nangyayari? Ano po yung process pag daytime? Ano po yung process? Ano po? Ano po yung process? Ano po yung, yes, yes, okay, very good. It's photosynthesis. And pag photosynthesis, is nagre-release po ba ng carbon or nag-use up ng carbon? Okay? Nag-use up ng carbon, okay? Although sa daytime, nangyayari naman daw po talaga yung respiration, okay? But mas dominant yung process na photosynthesis, okay? So, na-use yung carbon. So, konti lang yung carbon dioxide na nare-release, okay? But then, in the evening, wala nang sunlight. The photosynthesis, yung process na photosynthesis, totally stops, okay? And that is why, nagre-release na po yung carbon dioxide. And that is why, ang sagot po niyan ay evening. Alright? Okay. Number 13. Ito ay salitang nagbibigay turing o naglalarawan sa isang pangalan. Okay, A, pangalan. Dapat pangalan pa yan, di ba? Letter B, panghalip, C, panag-uri, at saka D, pang-uri. Alright? Ang galing, ang galing, 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 galing. Yes, okay. Perfect. Okay. Linagay ko pa man din yung panag-uri para, ay, bakit ba't bumaliktad ka pa? Okay, linagay ko pa man din yung panag-uri kasi gusto kong mahilo kayo sana doon. Pero walang mahilo. Okay, so you are very good. Okay? So, yes. So, naglalarawan sa isang pangalan. Okay? So, alam na natin, ang pangalan ay noun. Alright? Ang panghalip means panghalip mo doon sa noun, and that is why it's called pronoun. Okay? So, etong pang-uri actually is nilalarawan niya ang panghalip, 'di ba? Alright, and ang panag-uri, okay, so wag kayong maano dito ha, wag kayong ma-confuse. Panag-uri is yun yung predicate, 'di ba? Subject and predicate. Okay, si Muno at saka panag-uri. And then, of course, ang pang-uri, what is the English of pang-uri? Char. Ano po yung pinakaunang demo teaching cue before? Oh, 'di ba? Oh, 'di ba? So, mapa-perfect mo na 'to. Alright. Okay. Ano po yung English ng pang-uri? Alright, what is the English? Okay, very good adjective. Okay, actually, nung SPLE 2025 namin, ang lumabas doon is, asan ang pang-uri? Okay, so naglagay sila ng ano doon, naglagay sila ng, how do you call that? Naglagay sila ng sentence, tapos asan doon ang pang-uri? Wala talaga siyang pang-uri, promise. Wala siyang pang-uri. So, nagdasal na lang ako at saka nag-power of C ako. Wala talaga doon. Alright? Okay. Power of C. Okay, number 14. A teacher uses a model of a twisted ladder to explain a biological concept. This model is most effectively representing the structure of A, protein, B, mitochondria, C, DNA molecule, and D, carbohydrate. Okay? So, anong model daw yon? Twisted ladder. Okay? Alam na alam naman natin yan. Okay? Okay, very good. Yes. Hala ko, hala ko meron pang mabubudol eh. Alright. So, twisted ladder, alam naman natin na it's DNA. Okay. So, ganito yung itsura pala ng protein. Yan, ang protein, di ba? Parang mga bubbles, small bubbles, and they are connected to each other. Okay. Ang lumalabas naman na na tanong usually about sa protein is yung connected siya sa amino acids, di ba? Ang amino acids is the building block of protein. Okay, yan naman yung common na lumalabas. Ito naman yung mitochondria. Ang common naman na lumalabas nito is it is called the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, kasi doon nagagawa yung energy. Okay? Powerhouse of the cell. Okay? Mukha siyang longganisa. Hindi siya mukhang ladder. At saka yung carbohydrate, ganyan. Okay? So, parang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hexagon siya. Okay? Hexagon. Alright? And of course, ang laging lumalabas sa carbohydrate is nagbibigay ng energy sa atin. Okay. All right. Next, in the context of Philippine history, the wave migration theory. Okay, I think this is also etong mga theories na to dapat din na na malaman nyo, all right? Proposed by anthropologist H. Oatley Bayer, okay, which suggested that the early inhabitants of the Philippines came through successive waves of migration, is now considered by modern historians as a completely accurate and scientifically proven, B, outdated and lacking archaeological evidence, C, recently confirmed by genetic studies, and D, the basis of modern Filipino identity. Okay? Alright. So, ano pa yung sagot nyo dito? Lipids and fats, same lang po ba? Okay. Wait. Oh my. Okay, wait. Feeling ko, maano na to. Okay, 5 minutes na lang daw ang naiiwan. So, let's see if kaya nating maihahabol to. Alright? Okay, yes. So it's right. Lacking outdated and lacking archaeological evidence. Okay? So kahit hindi mo naman alam halimbawa yung sagot dito. Basahin mo na lang yung yung mga options, 'di ba? Completely accurate and scientifically proven. Tapos sabi niya letter C, recently confirmed by genetic studies. The basis of modern Filipino identity. Yung mga to, magkaka-connect siya, 'di ba? Ang naiiba lang is yung lacking archaeological evidence. Okay, kung talagang hindi mo alam, 'di ba? Pero yes, itong wave migration theory is ito yung pinakauna na theory kung saan galing yung mga Pilipino. Okay, and it lacks archaeological evidence. Although ito yung pinaka-common, 'di ba? Ito pa nga yung inaaral natin noon, 'di ba? Ay baka kami noon. Okay, nung age ko nung elementary is ito yung tinuturo sa libro natin. All right. Okay, but by the way, H. Oatley Bayer is American. Okay, pero siya yung father of Philippine anthropology. Okay, so lumalabas din to. Okay, so father of Philippine anthropology, H. Oatley Bayer. Okay, nakapag-asawa siya ng isang Ifugao. And that is why, taga Ifugao po kasi ako. So, that is why may mga Bayer doon sa Banawe. Okay? Okay. So ito, so ginawa ko to, you can screenshot pag dinagay ko yung video, okay? Pag in-upload ko na. So ang pinakauna na theory when it comes to theories on the origin of the Filipinos is itong si wave migration nga, si H. Oatley Bayer. Ito yung denim, 'di ba? Yung denim na denim na waves. Okay, yung first wave, yung Donman, tapos Negritos, Indonesian, Malays. Okay, 'di ba ito yung gas-gas na alam natin, na pinanggalingan natin. Okay? So, yan. Yung si F. Landa Hocano, okay, ito naman yung core population theory. Okay? Ito yung parang unang nag-question doon sa theory ni H. Oatley Bayer. Yung sinasabi niya, wala namang wave na nangyari. Tayo-tayo lang talaga. Sabi niya, yung parang, yung yung population ng Southeast Asia, and then nagka-interbreed, yung mga ganon, and then we evolve, and then nagkaroon ng Pilipino. Okay? Or D-AIM, okay, pwede din yung D-AIM. Kasi ATAS, 'di ba? ATAS. Yes, the ATAS and the Negritos, they are the same. All right. At saka yung out of Taiwan theory, or it's called the Austronesian. Okay? Pag wala yung out of Taiwan theory, it's Austronesian. Okay? Austronesian theory. It's by Peter Bellwood, archaeologist. Okay? So, galing daw tayo sa Taiwan, of course, and that is why we speak Malayo-Austronesian. All right. Okay, and the out of Sundaland theory naman, okay? So yung Sundaland, ito yung lumubog, okay? Ito yung lumubog na na area ng land, okay? But now may naiwan pa, and ito yung kinocompose siya nung modern na Sumatra, Borneo, yan. Ganon. Okay, ito naman yung isang lumalabas pa dito. Ano yung most accepted natin tsaka most supported na theories on the origin of the Filipinos? Out of these four, ano po yung alam nyo? Lumalabas din po to. So, ano matapos natin to para hindi natin ma-relive? Okay, 20 lang naman. Ano po? Mhm. Ano po? Ano dun sa ano? Ano yung alam nyo? Hindi, yung, di ba ito yung apat wave migration theory, di ba? Ito yung sinasabi nila na hindi totoo, okay? This is outdated and it lacks archaeological evidences. Ito yung core population theory, out of Taiwan theory, and out of Sundaland theory. Ano yung pinaka-supported and parang pinakatanggap natin na pinanggalingan talaga natin? Alright? Mm. Okay, ang sagot po natin ay out of Taiwan theory. Okay? Out of Taiwan theory. Okay? So binasa ko din talaga to, and this is it talaga. Out of Taiwan na galing talaga tayo sa Taiwan, and that is why, 'di ba, yung language natin is uh, Austronesian. Okay? Malayo Austronesian. Yun yung lumalabas din. Alright. Number 16. The Philippine literary piece, ang pinagdaan ng buhay ni Celia at ni Florante sa Kahariang Albania is significant because it was written by Francisco Baltasar and is considered a precursor to his more famous work. What is its primary literary form? A. Awit, B. Corrido, C. Passion, and D. Komedya. Alright? Out of Thailand ha, out of Thailand. Out of Taiwan po ha, ang most accepted, hindi po wave. Okay, wave yung pinakauna na lumabas, wave migration theory. Pero yung accepted na po natin ngayon and most supported by historians, okay, and scholars is yung out of Taiwan. All right? Okay, I understand kung bakit corridor ang sagot diyan, okay? Ang tinatanong dito is yung Florante at Laura. Itong ang pinagdaan ng buhay ni Celia at ni Florante sa Kahariang Albanese, Florante at Laura to. Okay, yes, it's awit. Okay, it's awit. Hindi ko pala napalitan 'yan. Okay. Yes. All right. Hindi corridor. Okay, yung corridor yung sinasabi niya yung ano, yung kahariang si ano na yung tatlong prinsipe? Kaya so Corridor yung nasagot nyo dyan. Ano na yon yung tatlong prinsipe? Yung may manok-manok, ay yung bird, ano na yon? Oh my God. I forgot. Ano na yun? Ayun, Ibong Adarna. Yes, Ibong Adarna. Yes, yun ang Corridor. Okay. Yes. Okay. So pinalitan ko pala, hindi ko linagay yung corridor. Okay, kasi gusto kong i-tackle din yung mga itong common na lumalabas. All right? So yung salawikain, alam natin yung mga proverbs, 'di ba? Yung short na salawikain, but nagbibigay ng aral, okay? Yung passion, of course, yung religious narrative poem, okay? Yes, Ibong Adarna. Alright, and komedya is a theatrical play. Alright, komedya. Alright, number 7. The Filipino folk song Sarong Bangi is a kundiman from Bicol. Okay? So, nung nagre-review ako nito, yung isang taga Bicol na study buddy ko. Tinanong tong Sarong Bangi. Okay, buti na lang na ano niya. Alright, what is the primary characteristic of a kundiman as a musical form? Okay? So, it is a long narrative po. Ay, Diyos ko Lord, bakit andun na yung sa... Ano ba yan? Ayan, bonus. All right. Okay, yes. Ay, taga Bicol. Alright. Okay. Hello, taga Bicol. Taga Bicol nga din si Ma'am ano din. Yes. Ano ba yan? Na-reveal ko na pala yung ano, sagot. Yes. So, pag alam naman natin yung kundiman, di ba? Yung parang, ito yung ginagamit to, ano, for courtship, di ba? Pero bakit melancholic, di ba? But it is melancholic. It is a traditional love song at saka melancholic. Okay? Pag naman sa mythical heroes, alam natin epic. Okay? Epico ni Lamang, di ba? Epicon. May bonus na kayo. Alright. Epicon ni Lamang. Okay. Pag natural phenomena naman, alam naman natin yung folk tales. Okay. Yung myth and legend. Okay. Di ba yon? Yon yung mga folk tales. Okay. Witty questions for entertainment and to sharpen mental acuity, riddles. Okay. Ano yung Tagalog ng riddles? Bugtong-bugtong. Di ba? Bugtong-bugtong. Ayan. So itong ano itong Sarong Bangi is um ginawa ni Potenciano V. Gregorio Sr. Okay, Gregorio. And Sarong Bangi, tama ba to? Sarong Bangi is one night, one evening daw yung meaning nun. Alright, tama ba to, Ma'am Jessamy? Okay, yun yung Sarong Bangi. Alright. Okay. Now, ito. Linagay ko to na bonus question kasi alam dati maraming nalito dito. Okay? In Philippine literature, okay. Thank you, Ma'am Jessa. It is a traditional story about God's creation and nature told by ancestors to explain how the world and life began. Okay? What type of folk narrative is this? A. Myth. B. Legend. C. Fable. At saka D. Epic. Magkaka-confusion sa myth at saka legend dito. Okay, about God's creation and nature, and then how the world and life began, or kung saan din galing. Okay. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Sige, sige. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. Kasi nakaka-confuse din naman talaga siya. Ano? Alright, intindi ko. Okay? Pero ang sagot niyan ay myth. Okay? Pag nakita niyo yung God, creation, and nature, it's myth. Okay? Pero alam ko na maraming na-confuse kasi sabi niya how the world and life began. Kung saan galing, 'di ba? Kaya nga 'di ba natin dati 'di ba yung alamat-alamat, okay? So let us see, okay? Yung kasing legend kasi is tama din, origins din or saan din galing yung mga tao, places or things, okay? But sa legend, yung mga places doon or yung mga things na yun or yung mga people, they really exist. Okay? Real places siya. Okay? For example, alamat ng pinya. 'Di ba yung pinya, meron naman talaga tayong pinya. Okay, that is why it's a legend. Okay. For example, itong myth. Saan galing people myth about people si malakas at saka si maganda, 'di ba? Wala naman talagang malakas at saka maganda. They don't really exist. And that is why it's called myth. Okay? So, myth. Okay? So, yon. Alam talaga natin, alam naman natin, marami tayong maganda dito, di ba? Marami din tayong malakas dito. Okay, but yung malakas at saka si maganda, they don't really exist. And that is why they are called myths. Okay? Gods and goddesses is mythology naman yon. Alright. Okay. Yes. Pwede rin naman na parang origin din naman yung ano yung malakas at saka maganda, 'di ba? But they don't exist. They don't really exist. All right, number 18. In a food chain involving grasshoppers, frogs and snakes, what would be the initial consequence for the frog population if a pesticide wiped out most of the grasshoppers? A, the frog population would increase due to reduced competition. B, the frog population would decrease due to a lack of food. C, the snake population would directly increase. And D, the grass population would decrease rapidly. Alright? So, okay. Of course, very good. Yes. So, of course, pag wala ng, di ba, sabi niya, napeste yung grass. So, wala ng grass. Wala nang kakainin ang grasshoppers. So, pag wala ng wala nang kakainin yung grasshoppers or na-wipe out yung grasshoppers, wala na rin kakainin yung mga frog, 'di ba? So magdi-decrease siya. Alright? Hindi naman pwede na the frog population will increase, wala nga siyang kakainin 'di ba? Alright, the snake population would directly increase. Hindi din kasi pag kumonti yung frog, kokonti din yung kakainin ng snake. Alright? And then the grass population would decrease rapidly. Pabaliktad naman yun. We are just talking about the grasshoppers. Alright? Okay. Ito, ano, mahaba. Ito yung lumalabas naman dito is na isang question is kapag nawala yung grass, okay, what would happen to the snakes? Okay, parang ganun eh yung tungo ng isang question. And then yung sagot doon is mamamatay yung mga snakes. Okay? Mamamatay yung mga snakes. Kasi there is really a big possibility na mamamatay yung mga snakes kasi wala na silang kakainin. Okay? Mahaba pa more. Alright, ito lumalabas din to. It is a predator at the top of a food chain without natural predators of its own. Anong tawag dito? Okay? Maging herbivore. Parang di naman, pwede, 'di ba? But it will take millions of years na mangyari yon. Kurakupal, 'di ba? Para mag-evolve yung kanilang how do you call that? Ang kanilang digestive system. 'Di ba? Oh, ang galing. Yes. It's apex predators. Yes, 'di ba lumalabas din to, apex predator. Okay, so kasi 'di ba yung may mga ah primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and then quaternary consumer. So, yung quaternary consumer, sila yung apex predator. Okay, like lions, churva-churva. Alright, ang galing nyo. Ang galing-galing nyo. Number 19, a teacher asks students to analyze the sentence. Feeling ko marami magkakamali dito. The burning fire provided warmth. The word burning functions as what part of speech? Okay, A, gerund, A, participle, B, an infinitive, and D, a modal verb. Okay, sana all nagbaburn. Okay, sana all mainit-init pa. Okay, yeah, like lions. Yeah, lions, yung mga yun, orca, di ba? Wala nang kakain yung mga yon. Alright, sabi ko na nga ba, may magkakamali dito. Okay, yes, and understand ko kung bakit. Okay, at may nag-modal verb pa talaga sa inyo, ha? Okay, alright. Ang sagot niyan ay B, participle. Okay. So, understand ko kung bakit, um, may nag-gerund. Okay? Kasi burning, di ba? Nag-end din naman talaga yung gerund sa burning, like swimming, di ba? Pero di ba yung gerund, it act as a noun. Okay? Like, I love hiking. Okay? So, yung hiking na yun, noun siya. And that is why gerund. Pero yung participle is, nag-act siya as an adjective. Okay? Yun yung difference niya. Okay? So, that is why burning fire, okay? Ano ba yung noun diyan? Fire. Okay? So, yung burning, that is an adjective. Okay? It is describing the fire. Okay? And that is why the answer is participle. Okay? So, pag gerund, it acts as a noun and participle, it acts as an adjective. Alright? Okay, so infinitive, alam naman natin yon, to plus verb. Okay? At 20 Sir JP, 20 lang siya. Okay? 20 lang yung may number, pero yung question nasa 30 ata tayo, nasa 40. Nasa 40 yung question. Okay? Yung mga hindi nakaabot, ipopost ko naman to sa YouTube, okay? But 10 p.m., every 10 p.m. ng Wednesday, okay, nagla-live ako. Okay? And I will let you know naman pag may mga baka may dagdag pa ako, baka mag-Monday pa ako, 'di ba, pag kaya ko. Right? But pag sa social science major, Saturday, okay? Mag-enroll na kayo sa social science major, okay? It's just 249. Right? You're welcome po, Sir JP. Tsaka yung modal verb, ito yung yung helping verbs that show possibility, okay? Or necessity, yung can, must, should, 'di ba? Yung mga 'yon. All right. Ma'am, meron sana yung subject-verb agreement discussion. Okay, I will do that. Okay, I will do that. Madali lang yan. Alright. Pag sa social science major, mag-PM lang po kayo after this ang babasahin ko. Okay? Ano na, humabol na kayo kasi nag-start na ako first week of October pa kasi may mga nag-enroll kasi na may nag-enroll na November takers. Okay, kaya nag-start na ako ng maaga. Okay, pero almost 6 months na nga actually yung and it's just 249, okay? Okay, and then 20. The sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines, is known for its pure white color and sweet fragrance, which is most potent at night. Okay, potent. Okay, feeling ko marami magkakamali dito. This is an adaptation most likely for A, reflecting the harsh midday sun, B, attracting nocturnal pollinators like moths, C, conserving water during the heat of the day, and D, repelling herbivores that are active at night. Okay? So, ano yung sagot niya dyan? You are welcome po. It's my pleasure. Okay, it's my pleasure po na na nakakapag-live ako, nakakapag-interact ako sa inyo. Okay? So ano yung sagot nyo diyan? Ano pa 'yan? Wala akong nabudol. Bakit? Okay, gusto ko sana may mabudol. Ang gagaling nyo naman. Okay, number. Last na nga lang, hindi nyo pa ako pinambigyan. Okay, thank you. Oh, tonight I have 22.0K hearts. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so yes, ang sagot niyan ay attracting nocturnal pollinators. Okay? So nung nagbasa-basa ako, ang tagal kong hinanap yung sagot dito. Okay? Nung nagbasa-basa ako, nakita ko yung sagot na to doon pa talaga sa ano natin, sa parang how do you call that, superstition natin. Kasi ang superstition na, daw natin is, bakit daw umahalimuyak yung sampagita paggabi? Okay, so maybe daw may ano, ani-anito. Okay, and then, hindi naman daw. Kasi, umahalimuyak yung sampagita kasi to attract nocturnal pollinators. Yun lang tayo talaga yung isang source na nakita ko yung sagot. Alright? Kasi, of course, alam ko naman yung, may sagot naman dun sa pinagkopyahan ko, pero gusto ko talaga na malaman muna yung totoong sagot, okay? Ayoko mangopya. Alright? So, ito pala, itong si Governor General Frank Murphy, okay, siya pala yung nag-ano sa atin na um, gawing a national flower, itong jasmine. Alright? Natatakot mo ako sa ganyan. Okay, so now you know, di ba? Di ba pag gabi din, gabi, yung pag humahalimuyak, oh, may patay, di ba, yung mga ganun? Di ba? So, hindi pala, that is to attract nocturnal pollinators. So, habang naglalakad kayo, especially pag December, di ba, may humahalimuyak yung ano, meron yung pag December, meron yung flower na yon, di ba? Pag sinabi nung, ano, hala, amoy patay, sabihin mo, no, sabihin mo, ano, it will attract nocturnal pollinators like moths and bats, di ba, ganon. Akala ko dinadalaw ako. Ay, naku. Ay, naku. Patawa. Alright. Okay, so that is it. Now, now you know. Okay, thank you so much. Nag-enjoy ako. Sana nga, no, makagawa pa ako ng ano. Gusto ko talaga mag-everyday na mag-live. Gusto ko yung nakakausap kaya. Gusto ko yung, kasi happy ako eh, pag yung tumatawa tayo, yung mga ganun. Pero hindi talaga kaya. But I will try my best. Okay, I will let you know. Alright? Okay, you're welcome. Mag-enroll na kayo sa social science. It's just 249. Ako ata yung pinakamura. Mapapamura ka talaga. Pero yung mga questions naman doon, palong-palo. Alright? So, mag-enroll mag-live ka ulit. Alright. Yes. Every Wednesday, as of now is every Wednesday lang yung kaya kong i-commit. Okay, dati nga, hindi ako nagko-commit. Okay? Takot ako sa commitment. Char. Okay, pero sabi ko, kailangan ko talagang mag-commit kasi nahihiya ako sa mga nagtatanong, kailan po yung live? Ano po yung schedule niyo? Tapos, wala akong schedule. Parang nahihiya ako. Ano ba naman tong coach na to? Walang schedule. Okay, so, nag-commit na ako every Wednesday. Okay? Pag kaya ko na, magko-commit ako. Yes, tignan niyo, ang dami kong pabaon sa social science. Yan, ganyan. Yung 30 lang yung ano, pero yung mga bonus question din doon. Aside sa meron pang mga pa-quiz ako every week. Okay? Yan. So, mag ano na kayo. Okay? Kailangan ko din ng ano, pera. Char. Alright? Okay, good night. Maraming salamat po sa inyo and umabot na po tayo ng 24.0K. Alright, SLU, ano? SLU Baguio. Alright, yes, graduate po ako ng SLU Baguio, pero I took my PTC sa UP. Okay? Alright. Bakit mo alam, Mr. Hirozo? Alright? Kakamak ko lang din kanina sa Prof Ed mo, ma'am. Araw-arawin nyo yun. Araw-arawin nyo yun. Hindi ko naman ina-unpublish. Okay, kasi free na nga lang, ay hindi ko na ina-unpublish. Okay, so balikan nyo, nasa 17th na tayo. So, balikan nyo yung 1 to 16th, okay, hanggang sumabog yung ulo nyo doon. Okay, ano naman chine-check ko naman and I make sure na tama yung mga sagot na na-input ko. Kung may magkakamali man, wag nyo akong awayin, i-PM nyo ako. Pero ang alam ko na check ko na yon kasi ah, pinufreak ko na rin yun. Alright. Nasa PPT. Okay, kasi inacknowledge ako ng SLU. In fairness, inacknowledge ako ng SLU. Yan. Okay, so salamat and see you on Wednesday again. Mag-enroll na po kayo sa Mag-enroll na po kayo sa social science, all right? Okay, thank you so much and see you on Wednesday. See you on Wednesday. Oh my. Did I record that? Okay.